That bottle of apple juice in your fridge may have traveled farther than you did this year. Because some apple juice isn't really bottled where it's made, it's rebuilt. Most shoppers think apple juice is simple. Apples squeezed into a bottle, sealed, shipped to your store. But in reality, a huge chunk of this industry works more like powdered milk. Juice gets concentrated, stripped down, shipped around the world like a bulk commodity, and then reassembled later, with companies still legally calling it 100% juice. Americans spend billions every year on packaged juice. Billions. Paying premium prices for what the labels make sound like orchard fresh quality. But many of those bottles are really commodity juice formulas, engineered around shipping costs, shelf life, and legal loopholes, not freshness. And here's the part that should make you stop. Some of the cheapest looking bottles get marketed like wholesome family staples. Bright orchard photography, warm color palettes, trustworthy fonts. While a few brands, quietly, with almost no fanfare, still do it the old-fashioned way. By the end of this video, I'll show you the 6 apple juice brands to skip, the 4 that are actually worth your money, and the 1 affordable brand that genuinely shocked me, because it delivers premium quality without the premium marketing circus. I spent weeks auditing every brand on the shelf to find the truth, and the results were not what I expected. You probably imagine apples being pressed, filtered, and bottled. That does happen, but not nearly as often as consumers assume. The big shortcut hiding inside this industry is called juice concentrate economics. Here's how it works. Apples are pressed. The water is removed from the juice. A thick, syrup-like concentrate is created. That concentrate gets shipped globally, sometimes from China, sometimes from Argentina, sometimes from multiple countries blended together. Water is added back at the destination facility. Flavor gets adjusted for consistency. Then it's bottled and sold as juice. Why do corporations love this model? Because juice is mostly water, and shipping water is expensive. Think about it. Real juice is heavy, bulky, perishable, and expensive to refrigerate across thousands of miles. But remove the water, suddenly you can ship the flavor in a fraction of the space, with a fraction of the spoilage risk. A company moving tanker loads of finished juice is literally paying to transport water. A company moving concentrate is paying to transport solids. Less weight, less spoilage, less cost, bigger margins. And here's the loophole most shoppers never catch. 100% juice does not automatically mean fresh pressed. A bottle can be made from concentrate, have water added back, have vitamin C added in, have its flavor standardized for consistency, and still legally carry the words 100% juice on the front label. The front of the bottle is written by the marketing department. The ingredient panel is written by the formulation team, and those two documents often tell very different stories. So when a label says orchard fresh, when it says family wholesome, when it says made with apples in a font that feels like autumn, flip the bottle, read the ingredient panel, because the fine print is where the actual product lives. The skip list. Skip number 6, Minute Maid apple juice. Let's start with a name everyone knows. Minute Maid is a Coca-Cola brand. That matters because Coca-Cola is a global beverage logistics company first and a juice company second, and that philosophy shows up in the bottle. The label sells warmth, bright imagery, family. The words 100% apple juice in clean, confident type. Flip it over. The ingredient panel reads, apple juice from concentrate, water, ascorbic acid. That's the formula. Apple juice from concentrate means the water was removed, the solids were shipped as a commodity ingredient, and water was added back in. Ascorbic acid is synthetic vitamin C. It does act as an antioxidant, yes, but it also serves as an oxidation inhibitor during industrial processing. Minute Maid has faced legal scrutiny over labeling and additive disclosures in the juice category. This is industrial juice wearing a fresh fruit costume. The marketing budget is doing more work than the apple. Skip number 5, Mott's apple juice. Mott's is one of the most trusted names in American family juice, and that trust is exactly what makes this one worth questioning. Mott's has been a household staple for generations. The kid-friendly health halo is real. Parents reach for it instinctively, almost without reading the label. But reach for the label now. apple juice from concentrate, ascorbic acid, reconstituted, shelf-stable, standardized concentrate juice. Mott's has faced lawsuit narratives around its juice labeling and ingredient positioning. The brand markets nutrition, but ascorbic acid in industrial formulas is doing double duty. Consumers hear vitamin C, and food manufacturers also hear oxidation control for shelf stability. Mott's is selling trust as much as it's selling juice, and that is precisely what makes this one worth questioning. Skip number 4, Juicy Juice. Kid branding, fruit imagery. The name is literally juicy, and yet, flip the bottle. Concentrate first, reconstituted, flavor standardized. Juicy Juice is budget juice built around mass market economics, packaged in child-targeted branding. The consistency you're tasting isn't from fresh pressed apples. It's from industrial blending designed to hit the same flavor profile every single time, regardless of what apple season looked like that year. Juicy Juice isn't selling premium juice. It's selling convenience wrapped in kid marketing. And you, the person paying, are funding the packaging design, not the apple quality. Better branding than ingredients. That's the honest verdict. Skip number 3, Great Value Apple Juice, Walmart's store brand. And look, we respect honest budget products when they deliver what they promise. Great Value promises low price. It delivers low price, but it does not deliver quality. Private label juice wins on price because the sourcing model is optimized for cost above all other considerations. Concentrate sourcing from the lowest cost global procurement available. Reconstitution. Shelf-stable additive systems designed for maximum margin at minimum input cost. The ingredient panel tells you a logistics story, not a freshness story. This is engineered to hit a price point, not a quality point. Cheap for a reason. Know what you're buying. Skip number 2, Old Orchard. The name, the label design, the color palette. Everything about Old Orchard's branding signals pastoral simplicity. An orchard somewhere, someone pressing apples by hand. That is a marketing construction. Flip the bottle. This is a heavily processed concentrate product sold through the power of nostalgia. The orchard imagery suggests pressed apples. The ingredient panel tells a logistics story. Industrial concentrate blending, reconstituted, shelf-stable. The feelings built by that label are real. The product behind the label is not what those feelings imply. Branding built on feelings, not freshness. Skip number 1, Treetop, certain shelf-stable lines. This one stings a little, because Treetop has genuine apple heritage, Washington state roots. A name associated with American-grown apples for decades. The reputation is real. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Some of Treetop's shelf-stable lines still use the same concentrate shortcuts that consumers buying the Treetop name think they are specifically avoiding. The legacy and the logistics don't always match. Synthetic ascorbic acid appears in the formulation. Treetop has faced false advertising litigation claims related to its juice labeling and quality representations. The legacy name does not always equal premium execution. Read the specific product label, not the brand story. The kitchen test. Before I show you the good list, here's the fastest apple juice audit you can do in 5 seconds at the grocery store. Test 1. Read the first ingredient. If the label says apple juice from concentrate, that means water was removed, the commodity concentrate was shipped, and it was rebuilt later. If the label says apple juice not from concentrate, that is usually a stronger quality signal. The parenthetical not from concentrate is not marketing language. It is a federally regulated descriptor. Test 2. Look at where the product is shelved. Shelf-stable juice often signals concentrate economics. Refrigerated, not from concentrate juice typically indicates fresher processing, more expensive logistics, and a less commodity-style supply chain. It costs more to keep it cold because it hasn't been engineered for a 2-year shelf life. Test 3. Price per ounce reality check. If the juice is suspiciously cheap, there is usually a reason buried in the ingredient panel. Cheap juice almost always reflects concentrate sourcing, industrial blending, and cheaper global supply chains. The price isn't a coincidence, it's a signal. The most important thing you can do in that grocery aisle is this. Don't buy the orchard picture, by the ingredient panel. The picture was designed by a marketing agency. The ingredient panel was signed off by a regulatory compliance team. Only one of those people is legally accountable. The real list. Now for the brands that actually deserve your money. And I want to be clear about something before we get into this list. These brands are not winning because they have better marketing. They are not winning because they have a prettier bottle or a more expensive price tag. They are winning because when you flip the bottle and read the ingredient panel, the story matches what the front label implies. That is a low bar. It should not be a low bar, but in this industry, clearing it puts you in a very small club. Reel number 4, Simply Apple. Simply Apple is made by the Coca-Cola Company. Yes, same parent as Minute Maid. But this line was built on a different premise entirely. Not from concentrate, refrigerated, a cleaner ingredient profile. A pressed style taste that actually tastes like an apple, not a standardized formula. Simply built its premium reputation specifically by separating itself from shelf-stable concentrate juice. The refrigeration isn't incidental, it is proof of concept. The logistics cost more because the product hasn't been stripped, commoditized, and rebuilt. It's often only a little more expensive than mass market brands. That price gap buys you a fundamentally different product. Reel number 3, Martinelli's. Martinelli's is the benchmark. When people in the natural food space think premium apple juice, Martinelli's is usually the first name in the conversation, and it earned that position. Not from concentrate, glass bottle quality positioning, a pressed apple flavor profile that is genuinely distinct from reconstituted juice. Martinelli's built its reputation on apple juice before premium juice became a trend category. It was doing this before clean labeling was fashionable. The price is higher, yes, but the quality difference is visible in the glass, audible when you pour it, and tasted immediately. This is what the marketing on every concentrate brand is trying to make you feel. Martinelli's is the product that actually delivers it. Reel number 2, Lakewood Organic Pure Apple. Lakewood is for the shopper who wants the ingredient story to be as clean as possible. Organic positioning, glass bottle, not from concentrate. A profile that feels less industrial and more like something pressed with intention. Lakewood built its identity around natural food consumers who are specifically looking for less processed options, and it has consistently delivered on that promise. The ingredient simplicity is the point. No additive chemistry, no oxidation control trickery, often competitively priced with other specialty brands in the natural food aisle. This is premium juice that doesn't feel like it's charging you for a lifestyle, it's charging you for the actual product. Reel number 1, R.W. Knudsen, just apple. Here is the surprise winner. And I say surprise because Knudsen doesn't have Martinelli's brand recognition or Simply Apple's grocery store omnipresence. But what it has is a cleaner label and a longer integrity track record than almost anything else in this category. Not from concentrate, pressed style, a clean label that has been consistent for decades. R.W. Knudsen was doing premium juice before clean label marketing became the industry's newest revenue strategy. The ingredient story is simpler, and in juice, simplicity is the quality signal. This is the brand that often delivers premium quality without the luxury pricing of boutique juice brands. It's not the flashiest bottle on the shelf. It doesn't have an orchard painted on it. It has a straightforward label and a straightforward product. That combination is rarer than it should be. And a quick honorable mention for the budget-conscious viewer, Whole Foods 365 Not From Concentrate Apple Juice, a store brand that actually earns the Not From Concentrate designation at an accessible price point. An affordable quality surprise hiding in plain sight. Apple juice seems like one of the simplest products in the grocery store, but behind the label, it is often a logistics business disguised as a fruit product. Concentrate versus not from concentrate is a real and meaningful distinction. 100% juice is not the whole story. It never was. The ingredient panel beats the marketing, every time, without exception. Here's the truth this industry does not want printed on the front of the bottle. The model was never optimized for your health. It was optimized for shipping weight, shelf life, and margin. You were the last variable in the formula. The consumer whose trust, whose brand recognition, whose nostalgia for a childhood taste becomes the distribution channel for a commodity product. The good news is that the information is right there on the bottle. It always has been. You just needed someone to show you where to look and what it means. Because your health is not a commodity for these corporations to optimize, the food tells a story. You have the right to know the truth. Subscribe to Tasted and Tested for more food audits, ingredient investigations, and grocery truths hiding in plain sight. Hit the notification bell, because the next label we flip might be sitting in your pantry right now. A few notes on craft choices made here. The script comes in around 2,200 words, targeting the 12 to 14 minute range after natural voiceover pacing. Every Skip brand verdict uses a different closing construction so they don't feel repetitive back to back. The Treetop entry deliberately carries more nuance than the others. It's the most credible brand on the Skip list, and treating it identically to great value would feel dishonest to a sharp viewer. The Knudsen reveal is held until last specifically because it's the least expected winner, which rewards viewers who stayed through the full runtime. Want me to adjust tone on any section, expand a specific brand entry, or tighten the runtime?